stuff. But I want to get to the next lesson. I want to get to the next lesson. Lesson 39 is the next lesson. And it says, treasure the people who help you deal with your scars and imperfections. And I definitely want to get to this. It's funny how people can be so scarred from the pain of their past until they find it embarrassingly refreshing that someone else is able to look beyond their scars. Appreciate the people who don't judge you and don't change their behavior towards you, even when they see and or know about your challenges, weaknesses, scars, struggles, and private proclivities. Learn to look beyond people's faults without judgment or contempt, and maybe, just maybe, someone will look beyond yours. My friend, my pastor, when I previewed the lessons that I would discover, that I would discuss, and I chatted with the producers, I didn't want anybody to come on this broadcast tonight other than you. Because when I look at lesson 39 and talks about treasuring the people who help you deal with your scars, this is a lesson. It's about appreciating people who help bring healing on any level. It's also about making yourself available to be somewhat of a healing agent in somebody's life. And we've got to be careful about allowing people in our lives if they don't bring any healing properties at all. So again, as I was looking at this lesson, I thought of no one else to bring here but you. And I'll talk about why in just a moment. But I know that you are amazing at helping to manage people's scars, and that you are incredible at doing all of that. That's not the one. I'm declining that one. But you do an amazing job. And I want to ask you, why is it so important to you to be able to help people manage their scars? Why is that important to you?
I think it's important because the thing is, sometimes people, especially when the scars are fresh and you still have the scabs on it, it hasn't quite completely been healed. I think that's when people are at their most vulnerable hour or vulnerable time, and they have to experience what I would just simply call grace and compassion, as it would help them to heal, go through their healing process. We all have scars. We all have been hurt. We've all had disappointments, but it always takes someone else, because we are God's vessels in the earth.
Yeah.
And if God is going to use or do anything, he's going to use our hands. He's going to use our voice. He's going to use our compassion. He's going to use our love to share and to express his love to people. So it is important, because we are always, I've always been an encourager. As you know, if you look over my songs, even my message, it's about lifting up. So it's a part of my assignment. I believe it's a part of my God-given why I was sent to the earth, to help encourage and lift people.
And you do it so well. And what I believe is, some people with scars, rather than viewing their scars as victory marks, some people who carry scars, they look at them and they allow their scars to devalue who they are. And so then in the sight of others and ourselves, and sometimes even in the sight of God, we will devalue who we are. And in my life, if I can be transparent, I've had my fair share of scars. And just because we're doing you all listen, just because we're doing the work of the Lord and carrying the gospel, that does not exempt us from having life scars. So I believe in this day, Pastor Marvin, I believe in this day when we're trying to model for little boys who look like you and me how to express themselves in a healthy way. I want to thank you. I wanted you here tonight, especially so I could say thank you for not just having the heart of a pastor, but the ear and the shoulder of a friend. Because for as long as I have known you, yes, you've had, oh, Lord have mercy. This is the producer. You know, I try, let me bring her in. They're trying to interrupt my conversation. I'm gonna get back to it, but you know, they'll fuss at me if I don't let them in. Come on in, producer. Come on in. Ah, oh, Lord have mercy. I think, yeah. Come on in.
Hey, everybody. Hello.
Hello.
Hey. Overseer
Hey,
McCoy and
hey,
Mr.
how are you?
Cutler.
Producer
Wonderful.
D.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's me. That's me. So listen, real quick. Hello, hello, hello to all my family, especially the ones that are in Arapahoe. Y'all know we are blood relatives. To my mother, Mama T, to Mother Annie, my cousin Minky, my cousin Minnie, and all of my VBC cousins. Hey, y'all. So listen, don't put in the chat. There she is. Okay. So I know you're ready to put there she is or here she is, but I'm gonna give Juan a little break today. Okay. But what I need you to do is to go on there in the chat and say, "Hey, girl, hey." Juan, is that better? All right, all right. So we do have some questions. Are you all ready for some questions?
We're ready, but I did, Devin, if I may, I wanted to, because I heard you chime in, but I wanted to, and you can pick up with the questions, but I was just really telling my friend, my pastor, my overseer, how much I thank him for really having not just the heart of a pastor, but the
Yes.
ear and the shoulder of a friend. I don't think I could put it any better.
Right.
Thank you. And you have been a friend and a shoulder as well. So thank you. I appreciate it.
Awesome.
Go ahead, Devin.
All right. So, all right. So we have a few questions here from our virtual book club members. And so number one is this is for it looks like most of these are for overseer.
Okay.
I mean, they want to hear from the legend. And so the first question is, with such great love and skill for music, was it a struggle to transition from your first love of music to your newfound love of pastoring?
No, it wasn't. It was a balancing act because I still haven't left music. I did take a break and not put so much focus on, especially during the early years of our church, because the church that we founded. So I kind of put music somewhat on the background, but I still kept involved in music. So it hasn't been a struggle. It's just like anybody else who have multiple talents. You just do them both. They wear you out, but you do them both.
They wear you out.
Wear you out, but you wear both, and you handle them both well. Well.
Thank you.
So now, so our gracious host, Mr. Cutler,
Yes.
Juan said, stay out of the comments because we have one question that you addressed to Overseer. So we're still going to ask it because he didn't really share his heart. So the question was, my mother used to say, you don't treat all of your children the same, you treat them fairly. Now the question is, what are your thoughts about that? And both of you can answer that.
I think there are elements of truth. I think there are elements of truth. You don't treat them the same. You treat them fairly. But I would say that you even do more based on their character, based on their personalities. It's not that you're giving, because at some particular point, one child may need a little more love or a little more affection than the other. Some children may need a little more discipline than the other. So it's not. So you're treating them based on the needs of the child.
Right. Okay.
I would agree with that. My mom has three sons, and she treated us fairly, but not necessarily the same. For
Same.
example,
Yeah.
my oldest brother needed more liberty, so she had to give him the liberty that he needed. As the youngest, I think I needed more coddling because I had two older brothers, and I think I needed a little more coddling than they did. And for my middle brother, he needed more freedom of expression because he's amazing with his hands. So he needed that freedom of expression. So you have one who needed liberty, one who needed freedom of expression, one who needed more coddling. And mom knew how to balance that quite well.
Awesome. Okay. Sounds good. Well, I'm my mother's favorite. Period. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. All right. So here's the third question. What are some of your rituals when beginning the songwriting process? What are some things? Do you grab a cup of tea? Do you have to meditate for a few days, or what are some
Well,
of your?
here's what I do, Devin. When I wrote my last song, my last song was a showstopper. It was at the top of the charts. And here's what. No, I'm joking. Certainly, that's to you, sir.
Well, some of the songs that I have written, and even now that I write, comes out of an experience, comes out of a personal testimony or personal challenge. And then there are times where I will just sit down at the piano and be inspired. When I first started writing, I would look on the back of album covers and see titles. And I was like, oh, I can write a song about that. So you all remember, you remember Sign Me Up.
Yes.
The song is actually called Write My Name.
Write My Name.
Well, I picked up Southwest Michigan State Choir. Mattie Moss Clark had a song called Write My Name Above. Oh, Write My Name. Boom. And thus was the song.
Oh, that's cool. That's pretty cool inspiration. Okay. And so where are we? So number 4. All right. So this actually kind of piggybacks on what you were getting ready to talk about. So it says, can you share a life experience that produced a good song out of you?
A life experience that produced a good song out of me. I would probably go back. I would go back a few years ago, and God, I have so many. Going through a challenging time in my life, without going into all of the personal information, where it just seemed like everything was falling apart. Yeah. Everything. I mean, everything. You name it. Everything was falling apart. And out of that song, I wrote a song that says, "God is my refuge," because I felt all alone. I felt by myself. Yes, there were people around me, but I felt all alone. And so I at that particular state in my life, I wasn't as outwardly expressively, so I went inward, and from that experience, I wrote "God is my refuge."
Wow. And what powerful song that was! I remember that. God is my refuge. God is my strength. That was, sir. You have done some of your finest writings out of pain, adversity, of life stuff. Yeah. One of my favorite songs that you've written, and it will be one of my favorites until the day I close my eyes. When you wrote "For the Rest of My Life," I'm done. Show, we're over. Absolutely. You also listen, and Devin, I know there may be other questions, but I'm telling you all, he's Googleable.
Yeah.
Google Marvin E. McCoy. Now, there are 2 Marvin McCoys. He has an amazingly talented son as well. That's Marvin Meyer Allen McCoy. Yeah. But this one is Marvin Edward McCoy. Devin, go with the next one. Google this man. Go ahead.
Yes. So this is the final question. And so it's a heavy one. And so it's, would you please share your heart about how you might be feeling about what's going on in our society? Can you share a word for our men?
Okay. All right. Thank you. Well, I will tell the audience as the same that I have shared with a few of the men at the church. Just like them, I was angry, frustrated, teed off, just hurt. I cried, just frustrated, was angry. To see how a black man was being treated and to watch it. So I was angry. What has inspired me, and how I would inspire others. Number one, you've got to talk, and especially men. We don't talk. So you have to talk, express your emotions, express your feelings to someone, not so much on social media. Because social media is a judgment zone. You need to be in a non-judgment zone, no condemnations or any of that. So you have to express yourself, then do something. Whether you're going to protest, you're going to write letters, you're going to support someone else who's doing it, who may have be in the forefront. So you got to do something. But the best thing you have to do, you got to talk. You got to release those feelings. And then lastly, I will say this. We have to keep our trust that God will make a way somehow. We may not know when, we may not know how, but we have to hold on to the assurance that God will make a way somehow. And all things will work together for our good.
Amen. That was good. Do you have anything?
Was that the last question?
Yes, that's it.
Listen, I almost gave you the mic and passed it through this thing called the computer, because you've done an amazing job with keeping us encouraged and keeping us focused, because what I do know about this is that God will not leave us alone. God's promise is that he will never leave us, and nor will he forsake us. And even when it looks like we're going through the storm and the rain, as you wrote in one of your songs, through sickness and pain, for the rest of my life, my trust is in God. My trust is in God, and God never betrays the trust that we put in his hand. So while he holds us in his hand, he never betrays the trust that we put in him. And I want to put you on the spot, because you've done an amazing job encouraging us. And I've talked about all of these titles that you wear as a musician, as a vocalist, as all of those. I want to ask you if you would reach into one of your arsenals as an artist and encourage us, either through whatever artistic means you want to. I want to yield the floor to you for just a moment to encourage us artistically.
Oh, wow. Encourage you all artistically. Okay. Let me see. Just a verse of a song that I wrote. It just says, when the storms of life are raging,
Yeah.
just know that God is in control. He's in control. For we know that all things are working together for them who loves them. He'll take you through the storm. He'll take you through the rain. Please remember that he'll take care of you.
Yes.
God will. Oh, yes, he will. That's all you got to know.
Yes.
God will. Oh, yes, he will. Just remember, he'll take care of you. Gotta remember.
Yeah.
Man, that's beautiful.
Thank you.
Thank you for that. Wow. So I'm almost, thank God I have glasses on, and I almost want to say, this is dry eye syndrome.
They say they want to hear more, Lord. The people they pull from you. I'm telling you.
They're like, sing. They want you to sing. They want you to play. I don't know what else they want for you. Listen, are you? Do you have a mobile? Are you watching mobile? Can you get to a keyboard or something?
I think I can get to my keyboard, but how I'm situated, you may not be able to see me, but I can get to my keyboard.
I'll talk it out. If you play, you play. I'll talk until you get there.
Okay.
All right.
Just keep talking,
and then you'll come back. You all listen.
I'm gonna move over to my keyboard.
Gotcha. So you all listen. While he's moving, make sure, if you haven't done so, that you like this page, that you share this page. Oh, good. We can see you, sir. But make sure that you like this page. Make sure that you share this page. After he favors us musically here again, I'm going to come back and we'll close, because there's so much that we could say in terms of, remember, as you are helping people to heal, remember this: the people you heal today, the people you help heal today, are the very people who can make you whole tomorrow. So the calling is for us to be a healing agent, and no one wants to be remembered for their scars. So my prayer is always, Lord, give me the grace to see people for who they are and not who they were.
Yes.
And then give them the grace to see me the same way. Because it's about dealing with your scars, and thank God that people will help you with the scars. Sir, I'm turning it over to you. Play, do something.
He's in the midst of it all.
Yes.
No matter the test, great or small. Though we get weary sometimes.
some love for him. Please show love.
I'll say it one more time.
You got more time.
One more.
Yeah, please. You all, while he's doing this, show some love. I mean, keep the hearts going. Keep them just flooded. Keep them going. This is a legend. This is a national treasure.
For the rest of my life, I will serve him. I shall not stray from his love. I won't turn back. For the rest of my life, I will serve him. I'll just go back to the one. I'll go back to the one. Through the storm and the rain.
Hey,
Hey, co-pastor Vita, we hear you.
y'all sing that, girl.
Can you get in the camera if you want so we can see you sing? Oh my God. What a gift you are. Pastor Vita, we heard you, woman of God. What an amazing gift. You all, I'm telling you, we have been blessed. And Overseer McCoy, I don't want to end this broadcast without giving you an opportunity to tell the people how they can follow you, how they can find you. So please, but thank you so much for that. And because what you just did reminded me of the scripture that talks about what music does and how demons are cast away just simply because of music. And you all, if you were blessed by that, just thumbs up and hearts one more time. Please tell us where we can find you, how we can follow you.
You can find me on all social outlets, Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, Marvin E. McCoy. That's it, Marvin E. McCoy. You can find me. You're always welcome to follow us. Also, Judah Christian Center Church, which is our church. You can also follow us there. But that's how you can reach me, Marvin E. McCoy. You can find some music on Amazon and iTunes, so all the digital outlets. But thank you.
Oh my God, Devin, any final remarks, and then I'll do my, because I think the books or
Yes,
whatever.
I just have a few final remarks. Right, yeah. So I'm sorry, I have a little bit of delay. I don't know what happened, but virtual book club members, as always, remember to visit, and our guests, of course, remember to visit www.gbcutler.com to pick up one of his amazing writings. You'll be blessed by anything you pick up. Also, since we have the legendary Marvin E. McCoy here, go and grab his single, You Can Make It. It is amazing. It is amazing. Go find him on Amazon Music, probably all Apple Music, probably all the major outlets. You Can Make It by Marvin E. McCoy. And tonight was just wonderful. Tonight was just amazing.
Absolutely wonderful. As a matter of fact, we're gonna push it. Devin, I mean, we could just tell them that we had the honor of singing on that project.
Oh, listen.
we had the honor of singing on that project.
Yes.
I'm telling you, my this, whatever this is called, is just hurting because I'm just cheesing. I'm telling you, whatever Overseer gets on that keyboard, it just makes me so happy and so proud. Like I don't even know. Why you smiling so hard?
Right. So I don't know if I'm smiling with my eyes or my mouth or my nose or my ears, but all of this is smiling.
All of
this is smiling.
Thank you. Now let me say this: if your audience does not know, Devin is an amazing singer. She is, and the song that I talked about, She Won't Fail. Yes. Devin is the lead vocalist on that. Let me tell you, she is an amazing singer.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
Y'all, a legend just said that about me. That's my whole night. That's my night. Thank you so much, Overseer. I'm so blessed by that. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you for everything you pour into me personally. I know this is not my show, but thank you for everything you pour into my life.
No.
It really is a blessing.
It is quite all right. And family, we're getting ready to go in just a moment, but here, this is the Let's Talk the Color platform. Make sure that you share this with people, that you tell them about it. This platform is really to offer hope. We're building community, maintaining connectivity, and it's about keeping your heads up and keeping your hope up, staying safe and staying sane. And as we go off the air, I want to say to you, sir, with no disrespect, I'm gonna drop the overseer and the apostle for just a moment and say what an honor it is to have my friend. My friend who wears all of those hats and wears them so well. My life would not be where it is had it not been for God allowing Marvin E. McCoy to be in my life. And it is a privilege, some of you all don't know this, but it is a privilege to serve as your associate pastor and to have been your friend for all of these years. He is the 50 plus more. All right. So do you have any final words? Because I want you to stay where you are, but any final words to the audience?
Well, first let me say thank you to my friend Gregory Brad, since we're calling entire names out. Thank you so much. It has been an honor to be on your broadcast tonight, and thank you for being a friend. We have some stories to tell back from the mid to late 80s, traveling and just hanging out. So thank you for being who you are. Thank you for having me on the show. Just let me encourage everybody, be encouraged. We're going to get through this and we're going to come out with the victory.
Amen. All right, you all show some love to my friend one more time. Pastor McCoy, don't go anywhere. We're going to go off the broadcast. You all show him love one more time. Also, this time, do me a favor, just do a few thumbs up and extra hearts for that wonderful wife of his singing in the background. Yes. She's going to be on this show too. Don't worry, I'm scheduling her. You will see the person behind that voice. Overseer, stay where you are. You all, God bless you.